Don't do this is boring. Take a lemon peel, squeeze it with your fingers, and then touch the balloon.
I have a very interesting moral dilemma for you. Would you rather save one human life but sacrifice 100 dogs, or save 100 dogs but sacrifice one human life? Because some new research just came out that shows that different age groups respond to this question very differently. In general, adults will save the human at the sacrifice of the 100 dogs, but in particular, the kids between 5 to 9 would not only save 100 dogs over a human, they would save a few dogs over a human. So if there was just like, you have one human and 2 dogs, they'd be like, save the 2 dogs. Which not only suggests that the idea of humans being morally superior develops much later in life than we thought, and that it's a social construct, it also suggests that kids are psychopaths.
It's just water. 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 It's just water.
Johnson & Johnson made a vaccine?
75 years later.
If you or a loved one has taken the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine in 2021, you may be eligible for substantial financial compensation.
3 of the most dangerous beaches in the United States. First up is Myrtle Beach, and it's not the actual beach that is dangerous, but more so the city. Basically, it was actually ranked 20th out of the most dangerous cities in America in 2019, and you have a 1 in 62% chance of being a victim of crime here. 2, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. This is the actual shark attack capital of the world, and even the sharks get attacked by other fucking sharks here. As a matter of fact, about 25%, a quarter of all shark attacks in the world occur here, so maybe one of the places you don't want to swim. Last but not least, Hanakapiai Beach in Hawaii. Yeah, you don't want to swim here because there's no reef, which means that the undercurrents are extremely strong. They literally have a sign of all people that have died there, so if that's not enough of a warning, I don't know what is.
Have you ever wondered why when you leave water out overnight, it doesn't taste as good the next morning? One of the reasons is that as water is left out, it absorbs a little bit of the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide in the water will react to form carbonic acid, which will break down into more hydrogen ions. If you remember from chemistry, more hydrogen ions means that it is more acidic, thus has a lower pH. So one of the reasons the water tastes funny is that it's slightly more acidic. Now imagine a really big glass of water, like the ocean. It's going through this exact same process as well, so more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere means more carbon dioxide in the water, making it more acidic. And that's what ocean acidification is.
One of the craziest scientific phenomenon ever observed happened on September 11th, 2001, and no, it wasn't jet fuel melting steel beams. In 1998, Princeton University started the Global Consciousness Project, where they placed computers all over the world that generate random strings of numbers constantly. What they discovered is that on 9/11, the computers that were within close proximity to the Twin Towers started going haywire. The numbers generated by these computers started fluctuating drastically from what is normally expected. This black line right here shows how much it is usually expected for the numbers to deviate. This red line shows how much the numbers changed after the Twin Towers fell. Also observed this phenomenon in 2011 around where the terrorist attacks happened in Norway, and after the major high-speed train crash in Wenzhou, China. They even observed this phenomenon when they were setting up the project in 1997 after the death of Princess Diana. There have been extensive research papers and books published on this. If you want to learn more, follow me.
Do you know how babies are made? I thought I did until I learned recently how much of my education had been filtered through misogynistic stereotypes. I learned that once a month an egg floats down passively and waits around to be fertilized. And the sperm cells race to the death to penetrate the egg's protective coating, and the best man wins. That's not really true. It's a story we tell ourselves about how male and female actors are supposed to relate to each other, not an accurate description of the biological event. We learned in the 80s that sperm are actually very weak movers. They don't propel themselves forward, they wiggle aimlessly back and forth. It's actually up to the egg to trap the sperm. The protein on the egg's surface fits into a receptor on the sperm surface like a key into a lock. So the egg actually penetrates the sperm first. All of our understandings of the natural world are filtered through cultural metaphors. If your culture says only male actors have agency, that's gonna show up in how you understand the science too.
his nose. Just like he had him a cold. I knew the ball